Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel slash podcast. Hashtag KTSC Sports Talk with your host Justin P. And that handsome gentleman right down the left, my co-host Mr. Maurice Savage Jr. This is episode 161 for the YouTube channel. For the regular podcast on Apple and Spotify, season 4, episode 34. So definitely check out those, check out everything on there and subscribe. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here's the man with the master plan, the villain, the vigilante, my co-host, your co-host, Mr. Maurice. Yay, yay!
What's up? What's up, man? It feels good to be back. It feels good to be back. We got another amazing and an awesome show. We're about to straight get
How
into
you
it,
doing?
playing no games. Another lit show. But as always, let me get to it. What I do. We always going to hit you with some
Uh,
opinions because when it comes
yes,
to
ma'am.
this game,
You coming
we're
up?
thinking,
Put this money back in the safe. What time?
Okay. It's 11:06.
11:12.
Yeah.
Reese came from the gate.
Okay. Just you? Anybody else coming? Or
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think I'm the only one with the money, unless
okay.
Carol or one of them come.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get me a drink at Remix, so
Okay.
I probably leave my card.
Okay. Expecting this shit. I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. Topic one. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the Ravens signing Mike Davis.
all right. Well, what I'm gonna say is, it's a cool signing. I'm not that much impressed. I hate when the Ravens do that. We always get guys and they try to hype his name up or hype whoever it is more than what we supposed to. I mean, he may come here and do something, but we all know who we're waiting for. We're waiting for our number 2 guys to come back, even our number 3 guy. We're waiting for these guys to come back for the real deal. We definitely relying on the running game, which is going to be much needed with the losing of Hollywood Brown. But I think there's bigger fish to fry than us to be too excited and putting everything on. Mike Davis. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
I mean, I wasn't expecting that. So I was caught off guard. Maurice know how we ride, but go ahead, finish, Maurice.
No, that's basically up to me. It's more one of those where, as Raven fans, this is a conversation that me and you would have before as like being a fan of NFL. Mike Davis to the Ravens. That's how I feel about it. There you go. Hand it over to you.
We need the depth. Said J.K. Dobbins coming off of injury. Gus coming off injury. Justice Hill. So we literally got 3 running backs coming off injury. So it was like, he needed somebody. We drafted Tyler Beatty in the 6th round. He's gonna be a stud. You actually, yeah, I didn't even notice Maurice. He actually grew up here. He moved from Louisiana due to Hurricane Katrina, and he went to Randallstown. And thank you. I forgot what whatever school he went to. But then, yeah, went to Missouri, killed it, man. So we got them 3. Excuse me. Mike Davis, solid running back. Like I say, about 400 rusher. He's definitely going to, just be a placeholder till they get ready. That's all. I don't think he's going to be here to take nobody's job. But like you said, you got 4 guys coming off of injury. You got to replace him with somebody. So it's an okay
Yeah,
side
yeah.
for me. So I like it. So all right. Topic 2. Let's talk about the Dave Chappelle fan incident.
You said say it again. David Chappelle situation.
Dave Chappelle situation. The fan came on stage and attacked him.
All right. Well, first things first. I'm gonna say this. Comedians, your job not safe. You got to understand something. When the first couple guys came on stage, start attacking DC Young Fly. Of course, he got his ass whipped. The guy who did that.
Yeah.
You start open up the gateway. You start open up the gateway because there's a lot of people over the years, during our mom's time, our grandfather, like who, you want to make jokes, I come up there and slap the shit out you. And now people are coming up there slapping the shit out you. So to me, you better be careful. You watch your jokes. I mean, I know comedians. You make your joke. Oh, I'll destroy, like Chris Rock, brother. I wish somebody would come up here, but shit, man, the right motherfucker come up there and beat the shit out your ass. You feel me? You need to run to that security. But it was crazy how I believe the guy who went at Dave Chappelle, the charges was dropped. Nothing happened. Like it didn't make any sense to me. So it, it's just crazy how shit going. Comedians are no longer safe no more because nowadays everything is all about emotions. So you hurt people's feelings, they gonna come get you. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
You want to say? Can you hear me, Maurice? You hear me? Okay. Uh, that situation was crazy because he said basically his mom had passed away or something like that. So he had a
Mhm.
lot of emotions just going through his head, when he ran on stage after Dave. So, Dave understood it. That's why he didn't press no charges. Like, I don't know, like, but I feel you. But yeah, it definitely crazy. Like I said, that whole Chris Rock situation set that up, set that whole, that whole thing up. So it's he learned his lesson now. You can't do that. You just gotta just if you got issues, you just gotta go talk to somebody about it. You can't just run up on stage and attack a multi-millionaire. It's not gonna work out for you. Not gonna work out for you. So yeah, it's just hopefully he gets some help and some guidance and some counseling because it's always the black people who always do crazy shit like that. I mean, white people do crazy shit like that. Don't get me wrong, but they don't get publicized like this. So I'm glad Dave Chappelle was all right, man. Definitely for that guy. I'm definitely praying for him.
You saw how
Topic.
they did his own.
Yeah, shit. He got handcuffed to the thing. Yeah, yeah. I said, damn. But yeah, like I said, I'm definitely gonna keep him in my prayers because, like I say, he clearly needs help. All right, topic 3. We're gonna talk about. You watched Winning Time, the Lakers.
Only I'm mad at myself because I've been mad busy, but I did see the first episode, and I ain't gonna lie, it was amazing. I like how they started off where it looked like Jerry West, who was a former Laker great, still is a Laker great. I think he was the coach at the time. He didn't want Magic Johnson. I think he wanted somebody else to put the team around. Of course, uh, shout out to oh man, what is the Lakers owner now? I forgot.
Oh, Jeannie Buss.
Yeah, yeah, but
And our father Jerry
yeah,
Buss. Yeah,
Jerry, yeah, her father, yeah, you feel me? So it was good that he loved basketball. He loved entertainment, and I love it that it's the guy from Step Brothers. I loved it. I mean, he kills it, man.
what are you
He
talking about?
represents.
What's the name? Can't think of his name right now. I know his last name Riley or something like that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I mean, he tears that thing up, man, and I'm very impressed. And I'm not gonna lie, I love whoever the scouting teams for the movies where you can go ahead and grab somebody. Like if you used to do a movie about Beyonce, and you go somewhere, pick somewhere out of the world, somebody that looked just like Beyonce. Like I like how the world. I don't know. God is good because this guy right here, I don't know who he is, but he looks like Magic Johnson. He looks like
We talking
Magic
about
Johnson for real.
Isaiah. His name Isaiah. Something Isaiah Knight or something like that. Yeah, he do look.
Yeah, this guy, I mean, had me like, what the? And I'm a Celtics guy, and I gotta hate the Lakers, but I'm like, God, I'm like, back then I probably would have liked the Lakers. Damn, this, like, this is it's magic. I'm gonna hand it over to you. It's magic.
I like it though. Like I said, it's a good series, man. It's a real good series. Like Shannon Sharp and all them was a little upset. They said they misportraying a couple people. But I mean, that's going to happen in every dot. So
You're
that's
right.
going to like what I mean. They're going to have some stuff like it's not all the way true, but it happens. Like I said, I like it though. They just showing like definitely the shit that really went on. Everybody probably not gonna talk about Magic and a whole bunch of women and all that stuff like that. How he had Cookie back home and had his other little bras on the road. So then Kareem
Magic.
Abdul-Jabbar, he was basically on his Malcolm X, Martin Luther King type stuff. Basically saying, it's bigger things to worry about than basketball. And then Spencer Haywood, I ain't know Spencer Haywood was that crazy. That motherfucker was crazy, man.
Yeah.
They said Joe gave himself her own circumcision. I said, what the fuck? Yo. But yeah, it's just I like it though. Like I said, I can't wait for season 2. Like I said, people gotta realize it's you never going to hear unless that person do it themselves, like document themselves. Like Magic got documentary out there now, Apple TV. You're not gonna always hear the whole truth. And even then, when they do it themselves, they're gonna leave some stuff out that they probably don't want to show.
Exactly.
Even it's the same thing with Michael Jordan last dance. He left out some stuff he probably didn't want to show. So be like that. You just gotta it's for entertainment at the end of the day. It's not trying to diminish nobody or plenish nobody, legacy. It's just for us to have,
Nice.
have a good one.
All right. My car is going to be in there for like maybe like 20
Yeah, but yeah. So let's talk about NBA playoffs. Maurice, you go ahead and start.
All right. Well, first of all, shout out to my pick, the Miami Heat. I definitely picked the Miami Heat at the beginning of the season to go to
Mm-hmm.
the NBA Finals. I said they would be playing against the Suns. And a way to do it again, to knock these guys off, the Philadelphia 76ers. Something not right with Philly. They always keep having teams that look like they're good enough and teams that can go to the NBA Finals and even win the NBA championship, but it's never good enough and they never complete the task and do what they got to do. I know this means so much for Jimmy Butler because he was a former guy who played for the 76ers on a team that definitely could have went to the NBA Finals, but of course, they split that team up. Um, James Harden, I mean, I'm just looking at it, it's pathetic. James Harden is getting a lot of turnovers just based off him trying to dribble up the court, someone stealing the ball from him, and getting that fast break, easy layup. I mean, it's ridiculous. He's not the same old James Harden. He's not putting himself in the same shape. And the thing is, that's so crazy is you are a NBA player. You're playing at the highest profession and and you hear the whispers of people saying that you're not the same. It's not like you're not flipping through the channels. That's a damn lie. If you think that these NFL or NBA players are living their lives and not checking out Sports Center here and there just to hear about something or if their name ring a bell. So you're hearing this being said. Why not? Especially this. They hear that this trade was made because this is the trade that you wanted, and also that they felt like you were the missing piece. I know the first thing I thought about, just probably with the same thing in the 76ers group thought about, oh my goodness, the same shit he was doing with the Rockets, with the Dwight Howard, we can do it right here. I mean, to me, it's going to be looking like this. Overall, the Dwight Howard career is looking better than the Embiid because of all those years in a row of being a defensive MVP, and All-Star votings, and of course him going to the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Embiid, you have a chance to catch that. Now you're not going to win them defensive MVPs. You probably could win one or two, but you're not going to win that many. So your best thing you could do is win these MVPs and win some titles. That way you'll be looked better than Dwight Howard. The reason why I bring that up to say is the same thing that they had going on in Houston. They thought it was going to be going on right now with the Philadelphia 76ers, but it's not going on. I mean, the pick and roll is not there. I don't see anything like, we're about to be dominant. I mean, once I seen what Shaq and Kobe did a long time ago, I just automatically thought pairs always did that. Like, I thought for sure that it was going to be the Lakers versus the Rockets in the Western Conference Finals every time, just because it was Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady versus Kobe and Shaq. I just thought that for sure. And to not see that, it was kind of throwing me off. And then right now, you got the same exact thing going on. I mean, James Harden, to be honest, you're not that far off of being one of the top shooting guards in the league. You was probably a top 3, top 5. Now you're probably like a top 7 or top 8. But you still up there in the conversation. And you're not showing any effort. You're not doing anything. And last but not least, before I hand it over to you, I mean, this is what I said, man. I said Miami was going to do this. I was talking about Miami from the beginning of the season. A lot of people got mad at me, was talking about, oh, man, that sound like a Sports Center pick. It sounded like you heard that on Sports Center. Sports Center wasn't picking Miami. They was picking everybody else. Nobody picked them. A lot of motherfuckers were saying, because they went the last time in the bubble. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I don't like that situation with the bubble. No, I didn't want to go there, but at the same time, you still had to play. That season still count as a championship win, no matter who you was. You feel me? That you could have been the New York Knicks
Still in the
playing
books.
against.
Still in the books.
Yeah, it is what it is. And Miami didn't take advantage, and I think right now they can take advantage. I think right now for Miami, you're going to be going against. I'll say I'm not trying. You don't jump the gun, but I'm just saying if you're going to the NBA Finals right now, I mean you're going to be going against the Grizzlies, who if they go there, who probably won't be having Morant the whole time, or
Yeah.
you going against a Warriors who you know you could beat because y'all play with the same type of intensity. I just think y'all defense and y'all communication is a little bit more better, and team effort I think is a little bit more better. So, like I said, Heat's Suns NBA Finals. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
Oh man, that was a good take as usual. Like I said, I'm sticking with my final pick, Miami versus Phoenix. The 76ers tried to make it a series, like they won two straight at home, which they had to win. But Jimmy Butler and them guys like, nah, man, y'all not stopping us from getting back. That finals loss to the Lakers are still in the back of their mind. So they're like, man, we try and get back. And this time we gonna win this shit. So
This close.
yeah. Like I said, LeBron was the difference. Had they played anybody else besides the Lakers, they would have been the NBA champions. And he was hot, man. Tyler Hero was hitting shots from everywhere. Duncan Robinson, you know. Now you add Kyle Lowry, even though he's hurt, but I think he'll be ready for the Western Conference Finals with these couple of days of rest. PJ Tucker, they bring in, he basically remind me of a Tristan Thompson, but can just shoot the ball better.
Okay.
Scrappy gonna do all the dirty work. And then he playing power forward. He's basically undersized, and then Bam Adebayo doing what he do. The first couple games he was playing kind of timid, but then
Yeah.
he start going straight at it. B like, you know what, I'm gonna go right at you, get you in foul trouble. And then Golden State, they got the break speed off from the other night. Like Memphis,
Woo!
I gotta give Taylor Jenkins credit, man, for you to still win like that about Ja Morant. So just imagine if
Without
Ja
a
Morant
doubt.
played. If Ja Morant played, who knows what happened? They probably went by 60. Like, but yeah, that's the Memphis Grizzlies definitely trying to go out with a fight in that series. Although I think Golden State is still winning because, like I said, no Ja Morant, it's gonna be tough to come back from. And then,
Yes.
and then the Milwaukee and Boston. So I know you upset, man. Y'all are up like 10, 15 points, man, in the fourth quarter and blew that lead. I'm like, man, what the hell is going on with the Celtics? Giannis basically just took over. He went Super Saiyan in that game, the fourth quarter. Man had 40, 11 and 5 or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to make no excuses, but
Oh, what's going
I
on, Raven?
threw
Going
my
on, Gatekeeper? What's up, man?
I threw my phone yesterday because I mean, besides the fact that the Celtics lost that game, it
Yeah,
was more of that the Celtics lost that game more than Giannis 40 points. Now you gotta give his 40 points credit where it was due, but it was more of I felt like we was wrong. They like the last two plays, they called fouls. There was no fouls. Like it was made for Giannis to go to the NBA Finals. Them two calls at the end of the game, and I'm sitting up here like, are you serious? Like if we let's what was it? It was this one play where that's what the play. Giannis was driving to the basket and he fell. When we get that turnover right there when we up 3, that's game. That's game. I think we recover from that. We realize what we got. But what happened? Once he slip and fall, I think that's when Giannis, mind you now, Giannis was 2 of 19. This dude hit 2 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. I knew it was over after that. I knew it was over that. I mean, and I mean, I still want my Celtics to do that thing, but Celtics, you should know your buzzsaw every year has been the Bucks. You got to do something about that. Go ahead, bro.
yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna see, man. Like I said, man, you both got Bucks versus, not Bucks, Heat versus Suns. We're gonna see if it's gonna come to fruition. I think it is, but
Yeah, I do too.
I just think no series with the game 7. I think for some reason Phoenix and Dallas might go to game 7 out of all the two.
I can see that.
We gotta get one. The league, like, we gotta get one series to get game 7. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta get one. So let's talk about Jarvis. Let's talk about the Ravens. Talking about bringing in either Jarvis Landry or Julio Jones. I'm gonna go ahead and let you start out.
All right. Well, it's sad to say this. I mean, well, not sad to say this, but well, I'm just saying this is what I talked about. I talked about the Ravens going after this guy, and you talked about the Ravens going after Julio. But to me, I just went with more of the pick that fit us. I mean, if we're going to sit up there and sign Anquan Bolden, why not sign a nowadays modern of Anquan Bolden with Jarvis Landry? I mean, you got to look about it. When Anquan Bolden first came into the league, you feel me? People forget he was a guy who was having reached like 500 catches in like 3 years, and I mean some some
I
crazy
don't know
shit like
about
that.
3 years though, but I get where
But
you're going.
you know what I'm saying. I ain't
That's
saying exactly
150
that.
catches a year.
He probably
I
had
get,
like
I
like
get what you're
500
saying.
catches in like 4.5 years or some shit like that.
Yeah,
It,
something.
yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, and when Anquan Bolden was doing that, people forgetting Jarvis Landry and Odell was doing that at like the same time when Odell was going off. Jarvis Landry was going off for Miami. He was having 100 yards, 100 receptions a season. He was going to 1,000 yards. People forgetting. Don't just think about what he was doing on the Browns. That's what people do. They be living in so much recency bias, they forget who you is overall. And let's not forget, at one point in time, even though he wasn't getting the proper love and respect as being one of the known wide receivers, Jarvis Landry went to the Pro Bowl several times. So that got
Definitely.
to mean something for that. Leading receiver for the Miami several times. He actually went to Browns trying to find like, yo, with my talent, OBJ's talent, we can go and get a Super Bowl together as a team, as brothers, blah, blah, blah. Instead of let me go and work hard and do it the right way. But I think right now you have a chance. It's written right there. Baltimore, let's not be crazy. I mean, it would be lovely to have Julio Jones, but let's be real. That's not what we do. We're the Baltimore Ravens. The only out of all the wide receivers that was on the board, the only thing I ever saw the Ravens going to get was either Amari Cooper or Anquan Bolden. I mean, Amari Cooper or Jarvis Landry. They the only two wide receivers that I feel like fit as far as they do everything what the Ravens expect the wide receiver to do, and we would probably get them for cheap. And they're like Raven guys, good reception, good possession receivers, going to have nice hands, yards at the catch, going to be able to make the big plays. Not no real dynamic guy like that. So without a shadow of a doubt, man, go get Jarvis Landry. It's right there for you. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
Hey, Ravens gatekeeper, you right. His yards per carry definitely is not good. You right. He had like 1 year, he had like 100 catches and only had like 9 yards a catch. You right though. You're very right. You're right about that. I remember that. But yeah, I'm cool with it. But me personally, like I said, I would rather want someone like I said, Julio that can stretch the field. Like, you know what I mean? Definitely go up top, stretch the field. Because like I said, 6'3", 230 pounds. Can beat press, can beat man coverage, stuff like that. Jarvis would be cool, but like I said, me personally, I would take Julio. I would even take Will Fuller because the guy replaced who we lost in Hollywood in the deep threat. Jarvis is good on the road. We get him cool. But we already got receivers on the roster that do the similar stuff with James Prochet and Tyler Wallace and stuff like that. So he basically got a Jarvis Landry already on our roster. We just got to use those guys more. So I was like, me personally, I want a deep threat. Someone that's going to keep them safeties, back from low the line of scrimmage. Andrews is going to get double coverage, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So Will Fuller, Julio Jones, or like I said, Trey fifth in mind, like a Slayton who got speed, your man in New York. Or like I said, Kenny Galladay, we just need a big target and a guy that can stretch the field. So Jarvis Landry, like I said, if we get him, cool. But me personally, like I said, I want somebody a little bit more speed. All right, go ahead.
And I was basically only saying that because I mean I even heard you say that you ready to see guys like D'Urberville. I mean Speedster, Porsche, Speedster. I'm waiting to see what these guys gonna do. I mean, obviously for some reason, we are having faith in these guys and not cutting these guys and getting these guys loose. I mean it's a no brainer. We were last in the league and throwing the ball to our wide receivers for it. It was shocking to see Marquise Brown even go 1,000 yards. So I expect since we didn't get rid of these guys, I expect that, hey man, like that one time where Flacco was just throwing the ball deep to anybody that we had that was fast, tandem dogs, whoever we were just throwing out there and things like that. So I was only going with Jarvis Landry because it's like, I mean, I mean, just like how right there, I say, let's not forget with all those catches he was averaging. I mean, you can't beat him up too much. We had Anquan Boldin for 2 years. He never went over 1,000 yards, and he's looked at one of the best. Some people say Anquan Boldin is the best Ravens wide receiver of all time, just with those 2 years. And it depends on who you ask. You feel me? Some people definitely get stuck in the moment and the glory and be like, I mean, yeah, what he did in that little 2 year span and never went over 1,000 yards. Some people will say that just because of how he did during the season and his playoff performances. So I mean, I'm just looking at Jarvis Landry like, man, this would be your second coming, and what a better way to have a second coming, showing off your muscle, showing off your power, showing off your strength. You feel me? I mean, I'm thinking when I think about Jarvis Landry, I mean, even though he came in the league before him, I'm thinking about Deebo Samuels. I'm thinking about a guy who, like I said, catching it over the middle. You know he got hands. He catching everything Lamar Jackson throw to him. You feel me? Like I said, I definitely love Julio Jones. You know, Alabama all day. But I just think how it's going to be. I see Lamar Jackson having a friendship with Jarvis Landry. Like it don't make no sense. Like I mean, literally, watch. If it happened, watch. I just can't wait to see. I hope it happens. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, but just there's just other guys. Like I said, I would even take Tyler Lockett because he can stretch the field. So,
I like
like
that.
we get
I
it,
like
we
that.
get it, and we get them. I ain't mad though. But let's do the NFL schedule. Go ahead and just give me some games that stick out to you.
Um, I believe the Ravens this year played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah,
All right,
we do.
I'm definitely interested in that. I want to see how we're gonna go with this new look secondary.
Mm-hmm.
We got Marcus Williams back there, who knows Tom Brady, so we're
Yeah.
gonna have some insight and some things going on right there. I can't wait to see that. Um, I can't wait to see the Ravens when we played against the Bills. Then you said you wanted that game?
Oh, yeah, I'm going. I'm going to all the home games. You know that, man.
Yeah. I want to see again without secondary. I mean, this honestly could be the year that Josh Allen wins MVP. Let's just put it right there. It's time. Um, we heard the conversation. I feel like Josh Allen gets the Donovan Mitchell profile where you got the talent, you got the skills. We saw the highlights. We saw you can do. You've won some big games. Now can you go further? But the difference between Josh Allen and Donovan Mitchell, I think Josh Allen's going to get the job done and do what he got to do. He's been close to MVP almost every season now, close to it, like it's not far off. So I think now he got it. He's starting to get the NFL down pat. And mind you, now he's getting closer and closer every time to glory. So I can't wait to see that game just to see what him and Lamar Jackson going to do. It could be a AFC Championship battle right before our eyes. Um, it's always good anytime you see the Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. I definitely can't wait to see both of those games. I want to see how it's going to turn out. AJ Brown going against that Dallas defense for these two games, and then I want to see what Dak Prescott is going to do without Amari Cooper. And you playing against. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of these like past couple seasons where it came far as playoff seeding, it always basically been between Dallas and the Eagles, and somebody's been knocking somebody off. So I definitely want to see where that's going to go. No Amari Cooper, you letting CD Lamb be the head guy, and then over there, I can't wait to see if my man Jalen Hurts really going to get the job done. You got two good wide receivers, so and I think let me see, is there any other game that really stuck out to me because and I wanted oh yeah, and I can't wait to see both games because I want to see my man Matt Jones prove himself. I can't wait to see both games, Patriots versus the Bills. I'm locked in on them. I'm locked in. I can't wait to see what my man Matt Jones do. I'm all locked in on Matt. I mean Raven Nation all day, but I'm locked in hard on Matt Jones. If this guy does it again without no number one receiver, watch out. Tom Brady Part 2 is right there coming. At least one Super Bowl, maybe two, but at least one. I'm watching Matt Jones. I'm on you, man. I'm on your ass. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
All right, me personally, week one, I think you got the Rams and Bills to kick it off. That's gonna be a good one, man. You got the
Oh
Super
yeah,
Bowl
yeah,
champion.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
You
yeah.
got your team that could have been in the Super Bowl if they would have had a chance at ball. So that's gonna be an interesting game. Josh Allen versus Matt Stafford. You got Stephon Diggs versus Jalen Ramsey. Like, that's
Part
Von Miller.
two.
Yeah, Von Miller going against his team he just won the Super Bowl with. Aaron Donald, man, it's just, that's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a high scoring affair, I believe. That's gonna come down to whoever got the ball last. Then at week 4, they got Chiefs versus Bucks again. A rematch of the Super Bowl. So we're gonna see how that go. Although the Chiefs are not as loaded this time, they still got Patrick Mahomes, so that's still gonna, he's still gonna make things happen. He still got 87. He still got Andy Reid. So Tom Brady's back. Came up retired. I guess the kids drove him crazy. They didn't want to say, "Oh, he retired this year." So Chiefs and Bucks, Rams and Bills, those two. Then
Yeah.
hold on, we'll take the headphone. Yeah, sorry about that. Then they got the Ravens versus the Bucks. That's another one too. That's like week 5, week 6. Yeah. All right, cool. There we go. Sorry for you. But yeah, that's the Ravens. And what? Look at the schedule. Got Ravens again, week 12. That's another good one as well. And then we got Ravens and Browns, both those games. So they're gonna be good games as well. Then Deshaun versus Lamar again. Lamar up on
What
the
week is
field.
that?
Huh?
What week is that?
We play the Browns week. I'm looking at it now. Week 15 and week 7.
All right, so he'll be back with week 15, right? I mean week 7.
Yeah, depending on how many games. We're looking at probably like 6 games. So, yeah,
Okay.
definitely games right there. The Saints and Bucks games, we're gonna always be good. Like I said, Saints have beaten them the last 4 times that I'm mine's the playoff game. So those are going to be some good games. And then you got Chris Collins and all them doing Sunday night football. You got Tate Bird Street, Al Michaels doing Thursday night football, and Joe Buck and Troy Aikman doing Monday night. So it's gonna be good, man. So it's a lot of good games. And then of course Ravens and Bengals. I'm definitely.
Oh yeah, of course. Every
Some,
game.
they ran that sport one, so we definitely. We'll get Ravens. Oh yeah, he said we got receivers. We don't actually. Our receivers core is young now, so we still gonna need.
Exactly.
We gonna need to add a veteran if we try to go into Kansas City somewhere and run a playoff game. Remember 2019, we had all them youngins. We had like 15 drop passes in the year, so we gonna have to add a vet. That's just what it is, either by trade or directly or post June first cut is coming too. So we're gonna definitely pick up another team. Well, that's it. That's all. Everyone. What you gonna say, Maurice?
All I was going to say is, I mean, that's a good one. We have enough slot wide receivers. If I could answer, I was going to say, I don't know what type.
Slot wide receiver. Yeah, we definitely need some outside guys. Yeah.
I was going to say this. I don't know what type of wide receivers we got. The reason why I say this, if you think about it, bro, most of the teams in the NFL, they have a number 1 wide receiver and number 2, a solid number 2, but they always have that 3rd or 4th guy who just comes out of nowhere and just puts up numbers, and you be like, oh, you got to watch him. Oh, we don't even have that. We don't even have that. We don't even have that guy after. We didn't even have that guy after Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews, where you can say, "Oh, watch out for him." Like we're hoping these guys come to do something. Like we're hoping Dermerville. That's what we want these guys to do. That. So if that's Duvernay, my bad, Duvernay. Like I'm saying Duvernay. Like we're hoping that these guys give us that. I mean, that's what upsets me the most about my Ravens. Like, I love them to death. Is that we never even go ahead, like, let's go ahead and grab that spark play where they be like, yo, who is that? Like, I think the closest we ever did was when we was in love with Tavon Young. That's the closest we ever. Everybody loved Tavon Young. Like when we had that little short span, we automatically thought, oh yeah, that's ready to be the next big thing. We need to do that again on offense. Like, but that's what I gotta say about that. I don't know I don't even know what name or caliber of wide receivers we got, especially losing Marquise Brown.
To be fair, Rashad Bateman gonna have a pretty good year. He's healthy now, so I think
Yeah. That's all we got with Bateman. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the youngest will do all right, but we still gotta have somebody in there, that's gonna give us some leadership. But, they're gonna make a move. Trust me, in the next couple of days, a move will be made. And like I said, post June first cuts are coming too. All right, folks, that's it for tonight. I can check out the audio version on Spotify and Apple. All right, co-host, what do you say?
Man, as always, it's a pleasure. Shout out to the family. They came in and chimed in on the show. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure hearing from you guys. It's a pleasure doing this. As always, if you're looking for me, you can find me on Facebook. My name is Maurice Savage Jr. If you're looking for me, that's where you can find me. If you can't find me on that, that's going to be hard to miss. And if you can't find me on that, you can find me on Instagram. My name is I_AM_the Pharaoh. That's me sitting on the log looking at the view, and this DB.
Yes. All right, everyone. We'll definitely be back Sunday night. We're going to do an earlier show for y'all guys, probably like 6, 7 o'clock. I know a lot of y'all guys go to work the next day, so we'll start on earlier stream. So everyone, be great on your way.
Yes.
Figure 8, and always remember the hashtag KTFC. Keep that same energy. I'm your host, Justin King, my co-host, Marvin Savage Dream. We see you guys Sunday evening. Enjoy your weekend. We out.